What happened here?
What do you see?
An explosion. Then a battle. One versus many. His power extraordinary, his skills erratic. His sole aim was to leave no survivors.
Of all the new lore Disney's added to Star Wars,
Skip.
Well, it doesn't smell like urine or Dr. Pepper, so I guess this is safe to drink and definitely not an odorless poison. Bottoms up!
And why would Kamir keep an odorless poison in his water bottle? I mean, I get that you would be dumb enough to poison yourself, but Kamir has more than 2 functioning brain cells.
Let's go back to Soul taking off suggests that the stranger flew to an entirely different planet, parked in the ocean, took May to a cave, and treated her wounds, all before Soul has even left orbit or attempted to communicate with the Jedi.
Or maybe some of those things happened at the same time. Do you seriously not understand how editing works?
So do certain Jedi powers like awareness of your surroundings and detecting disturbances in the Force skip a generation? Asking for a soul.
This has already been explained to you at least once, but I'll do it again. Jedi need to focus their Force powers in order for them to work, so the Force doesn't just work idly. Soul is distracted right now, so it makes sense that he doesn't sense May's scheming.
Take the wheel.
Spaceships that have wheels. Look, I know it's probably not hooked up to anything physical, but it's still a fucking weird thing, and we all know they exist purely because it looks cool in big chase scenes.
Or because the pilot needs to steer the ship? What the hell is this sin?
What the is Basil doing? He knows the ocean they have on board is actually May. Why not immediately tell Soul?
Basil can't speak. How do you expect him to tell Soul anything when he doesn't even have the ability to talk?
Stay where you are.
Or I'll shoot you with this sword.
Okay, that was actually pretty funny. Take a sin back before you say something dumb.
You're not gonna join me. I like to put my clothes back on.
Either I've missed a few seasons of Naked and Afraid, or someone is executing a perhaps too literal interpretation of seduce them to the dark side.
Discount Jeremy makes a pop culture ref.
Supposed to be your prisoner?
Prisoner, you're the one with the weapon.
What an asshole, acting as if he's actually in any real danger here. Be a murdering psychopath if you want, but don't gaslight her.
Expecting a Sith to be a nice guy. That's like expecting a conservative to accept evidence.
Considering we didn't see him pull this against the stranger, I think Basil's fully aware that his strengths do not lie in the kicking ass category. So what the is he hoping to accomplish, and why is he still not telling Soul about May?
Discount Jeremy double dips cliche.
Welcome to the May Gets Home Alone portion of the episode. Please take a moment to seek out your nearest medical professional to treat any tonal whiplash you may be experiencing.
Discount Jeremy makes a pop culture.
That's the path to the dark side.
Semantics.
People who think saying semantics is some kind of conversational bombshell that will win all debates. It's almost as bad as agree to disagree, and we can argue about the semantics of that never.
I fully agree with your sentiment here, but that's still not a sin of the episode. Remember, you're supposed to be sinning the episode, not real life.
When you lose everything, that's when you're finally free.
Free to what? Get everything back so you can lose it again, so you can be free to find your purpose and lose it all again in the name of freedom? When are we going to get some fucking Sith specifics instead of this gibberish? Modern Star Wars seems to be filled with these vague mantras that are endlessly open to interpretation. It's almost like some shows are afraid to nail down what anyone actually believes because the guy who has all the answers decided he didn't want to play with his philosophical toys anymore.
This is a genuinely fantastic sin. It's kind of pathetic that it took half of the video for one good point, but I'll take it. In the original trilogy, and even the prequels, hell, even the Clone Wars show, we know exactly what the villains want and why they want it. Kamir is still a mystery to me, though.
I think when you really want something, it can cloud your mind.
Which is writer code for, yeah, we have no excuses, but wasn't it a cool twist?
Look, this show is absolute garbage, but the explanation May just provided was reasonable. You ignoring it in favor of a dishonest sin is really stupid. That fake-ass laugh.
Also a sensory deprivation headpiece, like we used as younglings.
Well, sensory deprivation except for your sight, right? Because there's clearly some light leaking through here when we see the NPOV. And you're hearing because you had a conversation with Soul while wearing it, so you clearly heard him. So it blocks out your taste, touch, and smell? That doesn't seem all that useful.
Another good point? Damn, it's rare that I have to remove one sin, let alone 3 sins in one video.
The sign of Osha, or her twin. They must have survived somehow.
or they were taken away by the terrifying Jedi-slaying moths to be consumed at their lair.
He's already complained about the moth creatures, so discount Jeremy double dips cliche.
Look at that thing. Lightsaber whip? That's so fucking cool. Can't wait to see how that gets used in season 2.
Discount Jeremy sins something he likes cliche.
Oh, cute cat. It would be quite shocking if that cat hit the whip.